I really appreciate you using Skipper.
There's no big monkey.
Hello. How's everyone going? I've been catching some glimpses of articles about Trump getting more and more pissed off at people who are going up for re-election next year, and they're not bowing down and worshipping him. I'm just trying to get a little bit more light in here, guys. So, yeah. So, yep. So anyway, that's what I'm looking at the moment. So we'll be looking at that, and yeah. So yeah. And yeah, hi to those guys who are watching who aren't on the chat. Thank you very much for joining me. I do appreciate it. Woes mount for legal loyalists who pushed Trump's election conspiracies. That's going to be an interesting thing to look at. Sky News are going on and on about some faux pas that Biden was supposed to have made. At least Biden didn't walk in front of. Hi, M. Steve 000. You actually got a notification on that on time. Well, I only just hopped on. Hi, M. Hi, Gmail5. Battling federally, a team of conservative lawyers who are still pushing the false claim are now battling federal inquiries, defamation lawsuits, and bar association scrutiny that threaten their legal careers. Wow, good. I mean, you don't like the idea of someone losing their whole livelihood and all that, but you know. I think the first name they plopped in this article is Sidney Powell. So we might have a look at her as the template for what could happen if if they keep pushing these things. Sidney Powell. Hi, Uncover the News. Dishes and Stitches, hello. Yeah. Cartomancy, Uncover the News, saying Biden says he warned Putin of devastating consequences as Navalny dies. Yep. Yeah. Also, it was on my Facebook that I kept seeing these articles, and it's Trump's going, planning to go to rallies and stir up trouble against electors like who voted against him. Yeah, just put it there. Thank you, darling. Oh, hang on a minute. Dead sweetheart. Has that got cream in it?
Yep.
Thanks, sweetie.
Oh, milk actually.
That's fine.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah. Did Trump DOJ spy on any GOP never Trumpers? Interesting question. DOJ spy on GOP never Trumpers. And there were a few. Interesting question. Yeah, it's not just looking at the Republicans on his hate mail list. We call it that. I'm just going to try and get a little bit more light in here, guys. So. I don't know if that's made the light better. It's pretty dark. I'm going to have to sort of try and do something about it. Yeah. Maybe have a light here shining on me. I'll put my favourite blue lamp on. And, yeah. Yeah, it's just so dark. I'm sorry, guys. I can't really do much at the moment with that. Unless I ask James to bring a lamp out, but yeah, it's really dark, isn't it? Anyway, why is the Trump spokesperson GOP and is an FBI inside job? Because they want to divert attention away from it. They want to try and they're saying it's an inside job by the FBI to try and undermine any investigation that those guys make too. I think one of the terms that was used is these long planned and much awaited rallies. I don't think he really has the money for them. So it keeps stringing people along. Trump, that is about the rallies. Because he hasn't so far, I think he's turned up at maybe one in Texas. Oh, Fox personalities with illegal activities. Interesting question, M. Steve. Hi, Carter Mancy. Hi, Bonnie Russell. Oh, yeah, the Italian satellite thing. That apparently came up and it went through the DOJ when Rosen was acting Attorney General, and even he wrote down utter rubbish about it. I'm sorry, guys, it's just so dark. And it's like, I'm trying to think. It's really driving me nuts that this whole, it's distracting me. So just, can you hang on for just a couple of minutes, please? Ugh. This has been distracting me for a good while. I haven't done anything about it because I'll get to it. I'm a round to it person. I'll get around to it. And of course, I don't get around to it. And let's have a look here. And nope. No, it's just a dark corner. It's, damn it. I'm going to have to move things around. Hi. This morning's been one of those mornings trying to get off the ground. I got the fact that half of me has been in darkness. Maybe if I close that blind, it might help a bit. Maybe I've been letting in too much natural light. Is that better? Sorry, guys, it has been driving me nuts. It really has. Maybe if we have the light up this way. Oopsie daisy, there I go, just effing things up. Sorry. Because I am totally that's the best I can get it. Oh, Jesus. Hi. It is right behind. It is bright behind. Yeah, it's bright behind me, and that's causing problems. Yeah. Not bright enough in front of me. Maybe if I move the camera. I'm sorry, guys. This is, what time is it here? It is 9:17. We're 17 minutes in, and I've not even started reading anything. Okay. So how about we make a start with those two questions? We'll use Sydney Powell as a template. Lighting can just take care of itself. Okay. I'll have to take care of it somehow, but I don't know what I'm going to do at the moment. So, this really is the only place I can put the desk. So I'm going to have to sort out the lighting issues somehow. I'll just have to live with it. Yeah. So I'm going to just ground myself again. And I'm sorry to everyone who's watching. And oh God, we're shouting now. It's just. Now, when you are a reader and something's just not sitting right in your environment, it can affect you. And hi, Laura Carlson, Beverly Spencer, Ewart, Sheila Inquisitive, hello. Oh, I'm looking at Sydney Powell as a template for those, what could be in store for those legal professionals who keep pushing the conspiracy theory and keep saying, you know, that Trump is going to, you know, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So in the centre, abuse of power, abuse of position, and people starting to turn away, having had enough. The reason these warriors are turning away from this guy is that they feel that he did something that was not not right. That was not up to code, basically. Hi, Judy Malley. In the past, they were feeling really, really strong and, you know, oh, yeah, Whitby. Hey, Whitby, you're a good little boy. So they've got the strength card, but also I don't have reversals in this deck, but it's next to the abuse of power, and I feel like it should be flipped. Is that in the past, by continuing to do this in the past, they've really just sabotaging themselves and their whole careers, basically. Their whole careers. Mm-hmm. Their future. Talking, making deals. Now the story said that they're putting themselves in jeopardy with state bodies, defamation lawsuits, bar association, scrutiny, and federal inquiries. At the base of this, looking at Sidney Powell, also looking at if this can happen with her, it can happen with others as well. Oh, I'm sorry, Judy. Deals. A lot of them are going to start quietening down, talking to authorities. There's some they see this as a way to increase their careers and make a name for themselves and secure their positions. It's not. Of Pentacles, of course, that's the slowest moving. It can mean legal representation, but it can also mean mercenary intent. And honestly, a lot of these guys, they're not doing it because they believe that the election was stolen from Trump. They're doing it because they think they can make money out of people who support Trump. That's it. I'm going to drive myself crazy and everybody else. I'm going to drag everyone else with me. There we go. That'll do. Sorry, I promise I will not touch the lamp again. Even when it shines in my glasses. It really is. There we go. Okay. Sorry, guys. Will Biden arrange for the release of 2 Americans in Russia? He's certainly gonna. When's he meeting? They're meeting now, aren't they? Release 2 Americans in Russia. Sidney Powell's environment. I'm doing a Celtic cross here. Oh, I forgot the challenge. So this is the challenge. This is making deals in the past. This is the challenge was to stop self-sabotaging yourself. Made deals in the past. Anxiety in the future. relationships, blockages of creativity and the environment, loss. People see someone who cannot accept losses or are continuing to push this theory, but it's all at the basis, someone who cannot accept a loss. Hi, Michelle Marbell. I've been a bit distracted with lighting stuff this morning and trying to sort it out. So hopes and fears. They want to get rid of Biden and they fear they're not going to be able to. Hi, Time to Shine. It's lovely to see your new name. And if I haven't said hello yet, it's because I haven't seen your name. Hi, Deborah Costro. Hi, Linda B. The outcome for people like her, a heartbreak, secrets coming out, stuff's going to come out. Yeah. Could be, trouble for their families. It could affect their families. Hi, Jazzy girl. But, and also they're running into icebergs they cannot, as with an iceberg, you don't really see the danger that's beneath the surface, and they're not looking that way, and they're going to be running into those hidden dangers. Legacies just shattered. Often family businesses that have taken generations to build up sometimes could be in danger of just falling apart. There's going to be anxiety. Troubled roads ahead for Sidney Powell and the like. A plan, a pro-Taiwan bill. Really? Yeah, again, I'm sorry for the first 20 minutes, half an hour. I've been having issues with lighting. As someone rightly pointed out, most of the light is behind me. And I've been thinking, I'll let in more light, but that doesn't really make much of a difference. It just makes it worse. So, yeah, I've got things to figure out with regard to lighting. And, to plan, pushing against China, US lawmakers plan pro-Taiwan bill. Boost US support for Taiwan. Foreign Affairs Committee, Asia Subcommittee. Taiwan Peace and Stability Act as a measure to support the diplomatic, economical and physical space of the self-governing island. Wow. That is interesting. Alex Jones is claiming that he coordinated with the White House on January 6th. Well, unless he's got the receipts, I mean, he's certainly going to put himself in hot water there just saying he had any part in planning it. It certainly opens him up for... Oh, dear. 15 days to disclose Bill Barr memo on Trump indictment. Okay. Well, as long as it doesn't have to be public disclosure, I think he'll do it. It's giving him time. Yeah. And I've got something in my eye. That'd be right. Okay. The Trump DOJ. Did Trump get the DOJ to spy on those GOP members that he designated as never Trumpers? Guide to the highest truth and compassion. Please help me gain clarity, insight, and objectivity into this question. Hello, Carson. Melissa Miller, hello. I think Melissa, I don't know, but yeah, I think CNN, MSNBC, I consider mainstream media. The DOJ's dropped the lawsuit, drops Trump's investigation and lawsuit against John Bolton. Well, that's good. Yeah, looking at raw story. Yep. Okay. Let's look at the Trump. Did they spy on Trump, on GOP never Trumpers? I would say that's a yes. He did set out some investigations against Biden too. So yes, he did. He looked at any business interested. He looked at their money, their wealth, where they came from. Yes, he did, and he asked them to find ways in which the DOJ could cause chaos in their lives. He looked at, can we suspend their bank accounts and stuff? Any lies and thievery that, assessment of their financials. Yeah, definitely he did. Some of them are still doing that underhanded. They're going to be cleared out of the DOJ, but they're going to be found out. But some of them are still underhandedly, quietly doing it. I like watching PBS NewsHour myself. It's pretty unvarnished. It doesn't come in with this expert and that expert. It just as they're given. But that's kind. That's cool. Each to their own. I do watch all of the news streams and stuff. Yeah. So yes, Trump definitely did have the GOP never Trumpers investigated, and there are some people still doing that with some of them. I think they're still trying to undermine Mitt Romney and Liz Cheney and all that, but they're going to be found out and kicked out. Hi, Deborah Costro. Will the Japan Olympics cause a new outbreak? Interesting question. The Muppet video. I'm glad people liked it. One of hubby's favourite with the Muppets is, I think it was even in the first series where Milton Berle was on, and this is in the 70s, and Milton Berle did make his start in vaudeville and stuff, and he did with Ralph, the Entertainer, which most people know, and it also has words that were written for it as well. And he sang the song, and then he leaves, and then Piggy comes on, and she says, "Ralphie, can we do that? Can I sing that song too?" And she sings it, and the further she gets into it, the more raunchy she gets, and she ends up going like da, 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 da. James loves it. I love it. It's so funny to watch. And yeah. Oh, I'm so glad, Joji. It was your son, wasn't it, or your nephew who was sick? I'm so glad that it turned around there. So, Japan Olympics super spreader. There is an increased risk, but honestly, Japan's put in a lot of. There's no crowds or anything. The athletes can only fly in 3 days ahead of their event, and after their events have finished, they have to leave. So that cuts. Thanks, Sheila. So that cuts the number of people in the villages down. Also, I think the countries that are still sending things are going to have really tight restrictions for the athletes when they come back. Except Australia, of course, because our guys always escape. We've got purpose-built places, only one of which is being used. It's ridiculous, Yeah, so look, there are chances that there's going to be some problems, but they've got a lot of processes. This is the processes, and this is strategies, pauses, inactivity here, agreements, juggling things. So yeah, well, there's always a chance. It's not there's always a chance that once these people are back in the community that it could happen. They're very fit, they're very healthy. Any large gathering of people, there's always a chance. But if it's handled properly, it's not going to be any greater risk than like people on a cruise coming back in, or hang on, that did not work out too well, did it? Hi, Michelle Peterson. Okay, Biden releases the 2 American Russian. Is Biden going to do anything to further the release of the Americans, the 2 Americans held in Russia? Yeah. He is certainly talking to Putin about it, offering solutions to change, but there's a heartbreak here. Minor celebrations. Working on it. I think I think it will happen eventually, but there's still a bit of work to do, and at the moment it's not going to happen straight away. But he will get them out of that isolation and back to, but there's still going to be, but there is some movement towards it. We do have the home card and the celebration card, and then change of fortune for them. Assessment. I do feel that they will be home eventually, but still a bit of a wait. With there's 3 major arcana here. One is a change, one is isolation, and the other is suspension in isolation. Right, then we've got suspension, a change to the suspension in isolation, but still a little bit of time. But yes, they will get home eventually, but it's not going to happen immediately. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, thank you. So, MC, if you haven't subscribed to a lot of readers, but thank you. I really appreciate being, being one of the people you subscribe to. Anybody, I appreciate being one of the people you subscribe to. So, Okay. This legislation, this bill, this legislation, will it go through? This Taiwan Peace and Stability Act, will it go through? I might get a different deck cards here. The Taiwan Peace and Stability Act, will it go through? Had a long day, Sheila. The Taiwan Peace and Stability Act. Quite strong. It would definitely be a crossroads act. Designed to sort of stir up, shake off some of the apathy that some people have about Taiwan and China in Taiwan. Yeah, sort of things. It's being put forward because they feel that people are really falling asleep at the wheel about how important Taiwan actually is with its position and everything. And it's just been held in suspension too long. Oh, that's wonderful news, Melissa Miller. That is wonderful news. Congratulations. And I know it can still take a while, to recover from the radiation treatments. My dad had them and everything. Congratulations. We'll still send out a burst of healing energy to you to help you with the recovery. He's not Kim Jong-il. I'll just say that. Yes, it will go through. It will go through. And it's going to be a bit of a tipping point act. Because there's been some highlight as to how insecure that area really is. And it is going to be a leap of faith, but it will go through, I think. Hi, Grandmere dear. Okay. What else have we got on the news feed? The Iranian election. I've done it again. Get distracted. put the cards in the wrong way up. That'd be right. If you boycott an election and not vote, that never makes sense to me. You won't get in the person you want to get in, so it's ridiculous. It's if you say I'm protesting against the government, so I'm going to boycott the election and not vote, then you're letting the people who you don't want, you're giving them a boost. That just doesn't make sense, does it? Will the elections in Iran bring in a new government? Or will the current regime win? Will the current regime win the election in Iran? Actually, I've got straight out no. I've got 5 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles on thin ice, very insecure. The Death card. Burden. Prosecution. Plans, not the strategies, not working the way they want. 10 of Wands, the burden. King of Swords, prosecution. 4 of Swords, retirement. High Priestess. 5 of Swords. No, it's not actually. I said, will the current government win the election? And it's not looking good. We've got the 5 of Pentacles, the 4 of Pentacles, which is insecurity, 5 of Pentacles out in the cold. Then we've got the Death card, which is a change that is inevitable, it's unavoidable, and it is irreversible. Then we've got the 2 of Wands, which are plans and strategies, but it's like split into going 2 ways. Then we've got the 10 of Wands, which is burden, and then the King of Swords, prosecutor. Then I've got the 4 of Swords, which is rest and retirement. Then I've got the High Priestess, which is again another card of strategy, but it's also can be unwise use, unwise planning. To me, it links back to the 2 of Wands with the fork in the road, the card with the fork in the road here, which is, it's not, their strategy didn't quite work as they wanted it to. And then we've got the 5 of Swords, which is the abuse of power card, which is also a no card. So this Friday's election in Iran could be interesting. Might not go the way the Iranian government and the current regime hope it goes. That's really interesting. Okay. So I was Kim Jong-un, what's going on there? Lost a lot of weight. And I said, it's not him. I thought for a long while that he just wasn't there. He wasn't present. I thought he was probably dead, but he could have been in a coma. But I don't know. It still feels like he's not there. So Kim Jong-un, what's going on with Kim Jong-un? Oh, yeah, look, there's lots of investigations. Sheila was saying that the DOJ stopped investigating Bolton in his book. There were a lot of those, there's quite a few of those hangover investigations that they're going through and they're stopping them. But it just does take time. Okay? Kim Jong-un, what's going on with him? Three of Cups, support. He's looking for support. His challenge is standing his grounds and setting boundaries. At the base of this is burdens, carrying burdens, an uphill, fighting back, climbing uphill, carrying a burden and fighting back. In his past, there's been restrictions. Yeah, I think he's been sick. Restrictions. He's been restricted. Above this, there's some resolution, and the world was watching. His sister stepped up. The world was watching. There's been some resolution here. Seven of Pentacles. In the immediate future, assessment and consequences. He's really pissed. He's really pissed at someone. Don't be surprised if a couple of people disappear, including his sister, in his environment. Page of Pentacles. Very smart person. His attitude, disruptive. He's not happy. He's like that kid that's going to let me into play. I'm just going to make things hard for them. I'm going to cause disruptions. If they're not going to make me part of their group, then I'm going to do everything I can to take them back. That's what his attitude and environment is about at the moment. What do people see? They see someone who is very big on consequences. Here's another consequences card. Who has sent out some he's waiting for his ships to come in, waiting for information to come back. What's his hopes and fears? The Four of Cups, apathy. He is out for justice. He's fearing that people might just not fear him as much as possible. And he's out for justice, really out for justice. He's pissed. The only reason he's put in that secretary thing is because the closest admitting that he needs help to run the country as he'll ever get. Justice out in the cold. Magician. A few people are going to disappear. He is pissed off. He's really pissed off. He thinks someone tried to kill him. I think he thinks he was poisoned. Who is pissed off when he came? Kim Jong-un. He's back. He's been gone, just not there for a long, long time. I think he thinks that they tried to poison him. He's pissed off. He's pissed off. He's angry, and there's going to be people who will disappear. I think if I was his sister, I'd be going to South Korea. Or possibly somewhere to try and hide. I'd be getting out of Dodge if I was his sister. But he wasn't there for a long time. He was just not present. He shows signs of muscle wastage, weight loss, muscle wastage, weakness. Yeah. Well, apparently he's there, but I did not read him there for a long time. He just wasn't there. And it's like, that's not him. That's not him. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I did a reading on that a couple of months back, about a month and a half back, the Texas spill on the handgun. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. Oh, he's just going to disappear. Could be doubles that they had out there, but if this is him, I just think he's pissed. I just got the whole thing that he wasn't there for a long time. Vegetative state, possibly just not there. We'll see. We don't get it right all the time. Could it be a fake Kim? Was that a fake Kim? I mean, it's a possibility, but I don't think so. I still get he's not there, but a lot of anger. If I think on it, again, he's not there. The cards say that reading I did, that cross I did, was a lot of anger is in there. A lot of anger about or for him. Either about him or for him. Some people disappearing. I get a yes that it could be a fake Kim, but I do get a lot of anger for him or about him or on his behalf. Covering strength, new energy, strength, secrets. Okay, I think that this person that they saw in the latest clip was him. I think they may have used a body double in the past until he could get to a stage that he was able to go out and sit and be physically seen and walk on his own and stuff. I mean, he had a body double anyway for security reasons and stuff. So, when he suddenly disappeared, he was not there. I think they tried to kill him. I think they tried to poison him. It almost worked. I think he was in a coma for a while and he'd been recovering, but, you know, all that will come out eventually. Kim Jong-un. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's common. Yeah. There'll be spiders everywhere. That's just pretty normal. Spiders don't like water. Okay, any more questions? Anyone else got a question? We'll move on from King John. It's just like, you can look at the news feed. Oh, I want to do I came across it on my Facebook. Will there be worldwide food shortages in the near future? Wow, interesting question, Joji. Florida officers to respond to border security crisis in Texas. Is that police officers? What border security crisis? Because if I were police chiefs in Florida, I'd be saying, hell no, you're not getting our officers. And if any officers go, they're not coming back. Oh, yeah, reports of droughts and shipping issues. Well, yeah, look, the issues with import and exports has been, hi, Gal Champion. Hello. Do the statue viewing of Diana. I don't normally do a lot of royal stuff. I think she should go, but I think she'll probably feel like her going would take away from the statue. So she's damned if she does, damned if she doesn't. Why is the Texas governor building a border wall instead of fixing their electricity issues? Because Trump told him to build the wall. And he is really going to need every ounce of Trump influence as much as he can get, as much Trump goodwill as he can get in next year's election. But I don't think it's going to be enough. Okay, now, food shortages, worldwide food shortages. I feel there is going to be some. People are going to have to turn their back on getting a lot of stuff imported and walk towards. Now, in this one, he's heading towards the mountains, but there's also things growing in the distance, crops. But it's also people are waking up and realising that one of the things about COVID is it's made people, a lot of countries realise how dependent they've become on other countries for some simple basic things. And it's really hemmed them in a bit. They're going to be hemmed in a bit and confined a bit. But the outcome is walking away from a lot of things, supporting local industry, I think, with the three. Yeah, holding things close. There's going to be some areas where it's going to be really tough. Using the intuition, there is hope at the base of this. Compassion, leadership's having to shut things down, shut down borders and imports. I mean, we have cargo ships, oil tankers and other container ships in the port of Fremantle, which have up to 20 people with COVID on them, and they can't go anywhere. They can't come on shore. It's like they're stuck there. And so there's hope, but there is hope. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely in the past been some shortages that are really starting to feel, but it has been a wake-up call about putting so much dependence on other countries to help us with some basic staples that some countries have painted themselves into a corner. Yeah, there is. I do feel that there is going to be some shortages, but they're going to be addressed. But there's still, there could still be some areas of the world where it's not the best outcome, where there could be losses. Yeah. In like the immediate couple of years, there's going to be some losses because of some shortages and stuff in some parts of the world. It's but from the next couple of years on, it's going to be programs to open up agriculture, build up defences against this in the future. Maybe go back to times where, in some countries, where they did a lot internally. Yeah. There's going to be some new insights and surprises coming out of this. But yeah, there are going to be some shortages in places, and there are going to be some places where it could lead to loss of life with food and all that. But it's also going to lead towards more in-country self-sufficiency being promoted. Yes. Yeah, growing local, but on a big scale too. When will Chris Ray leave? What is wrong with the FBI? Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. The FBI is like the rest of the DOJ, is that there's been some unhealthy players embedded in it over the last 10 years or so. And they need to be weeded out. Chris Ray's appointment is a 10-year appointment. Chris Ray is not as what is wrong with the FBI. It was already wrong before he got there. He's made some commitments. Chris Ray. He is sitting pretty. He's been given some autonomy. He's got more control than people think. It looks like he's a bit of a mess, but he's not really. Just got to. We don't have a challenge here, and that is he's facing the challenge of losses, damage done in the past, and regret about some actions that have been taken by the FBI and not taken. They all have to be addressed. So I think he's got two key steps that he wants to do in the future. The basis of this is a better, moving towards a better organisation. This could be exposure, but I'm not quite sure on that. Okay. When will he leave? Not for a while yet. He's there for a while yet. past. There's been a need to settle keep a lid on things, keep emotions down. The DOJ is a mess to a large extent, and he's been he sees his job as sorting out his part of the DOJ, the FBI, and it's an island within the DOJ that has to be sorted, and he's got to keep a lid on things, not to hide stuff that's been going on, but to make people realize, that to calm things down within there. There is some walking away here in the future. But at the present, he's could be some indication that he may want to walk away. He might be thinking about it. But then it's got in the future Nine of Wands, shoring up his defences and heading in for battle. Thing is, the Eight of Cups is also about, it can be about abandonment, but it can also be about bearing witness. This person can be walking away from the cups, going somewhere else to deliver news or to bear witness. Okay. His attitude at the moment and his environment at the moment is he's really disappointed with some of the things he's learnt and about some of the things that some people in the agency have done. People see what other people see. They see someone who is an emissary for victory, a messenger, that he's got the president's confidence at this stage, even though he was appointed by Trump. Someone who still has the president's confidence to be an emissary. His hopes and fears. He hopes he can stand up to people's judgment and scrutiny, but there's always that fear that perhaps, he's not going to be able to. But I do feel that fear part of that card is not that strong. I do feel like his confidence. Hi, Mims. The outcome for Christopher Ray. Hope. Momentum, movement, and emotional but happy. And in the end, taking an offer he's a bit apathetic about, but I think he feels he's got this task that he has to do. And he's taken it seriously. He takes the confidence the president has in him seriously. I don't know that he's going to stay there the whole 10 years, but I think he's still going to be there for another couple of years yet. I feel like there's stuff he feels he needs to do, and that is cleaning out, getting rid of some people. When he does that in the next couple of years, when he's done what he feels he needs to do there, he'll go. I think probably a couple of years. He's really disappointed with some things in there. He's not a bad man, but understandably, people don't trust him. He was a Trump, appointed during the Trump era. The fact is that he has stepped in several times during the Trump era, and he's contradicted Trump. He's done this, done that. He'd taken it seriously that Biden didn't sack him because he was a Trump appointee. He's taken that seriously. He's taken that on board honestly. And his allegiance has never been towards a political party. He is pretty apolitical, but I don't feel he's going to be there for the whole 10 years. Hi, is that Sharon? Yes. A lot of the mistrust Ray has is not really deserved. He's I think he fears that maybe he can't do the job of cleaning up the FBI, but that's just a small part. He's got more confidence that he can than fear that he can't. Yeah. But no, he's actually, he will clear the decks there. Yeah. I've never had a bad feeling about him. So now let's see if I can find that story. It was Trump is planning a revenge tour. Okay, and to all those places, to members of the GOP who voted against him. Hi Shelby, Lisa. Hey, sweetheart.
Hang on.
What's that? Sweetie, could you do me a coffee? Oh, Bart, don't worry about Bart still walking around. I'll just comment. Could you make me another coffee?
Oh, okay. How's it going?
Good. I had a few issues with light, but I brought this out. It seems to have solved some of it. In fact, it is a lot better, isn't it?
It is.
So, no, that wasn't enough. But, oh, yeah, that helps too. No, don't keep that on too. Okay? But I had to bring the lamp out. It was like I was in a cave because I had too much light behind me.
Flog,
So,
eh?
Hey?
Flog.
Flog. Oh,
Well,
the flog.
you just can't let that hang out there.
There was, I think it was on Channel 9 yesterday morning, there was a heavy fog in Melbourne or Sydney or somewhere. And they went back to the desk on the Today Show or something, and the female anchor, she called it flog. Something about it being wetter and heavier than a normal fog. And that just cracked up the co-anchor. And they were crossing later to a guy in Canberra. And it was showing the live background behind him in Canberra, and it was pretty heavy mist there too. And she said, oh, yeah, you've got a lot of mist there, I can see. He said, yep, plenty of flog here. So, flogs. And you work for fog, apparently.
Oh,
You're welcome, Joji. Go and get some rest. And I'm really pleased that I'm really sorry, I can't remember whether it was your nephew or your son or your brother who was ill, but it seemed like he's made a turn. So, yeah. Hi, Sweet P68. How's hubby? He's fine. He's making me another coffee. Could I have cream with that on, please, babe?
sure.
Thank you, sweetie. Now, let's see if I can find that story. Oopsie daisy. Oh, I'm in the wrong one. Okay, well, that will work. I won't find the story I'm looking for in that. Hi, Anne. Hey, you're really upset about the new Prime Minister of Israel. I did a reading on him the other day. He's not to everyone's taste, but he will. I was a bit disappointed to hear that there's been some shelling or whatever, but things will be better. So I think some people would have preferred the other guy, the largest opposition party, but Bennett is who got in. Things will get better under Bennett, but it's not going to all clear up magically. So. Okay. I'm going to look for this story in the correct Facebook. Oh, I spilt some of it. Yeah, eat chewy going. You know, some people. I spilt some coffee. I got something. Oh, there's a little towel. I do keep a towel around for spills and stuff. Just couldn't find it. Oh, it needs to go in the wash. It's not that bad, but. I just saw a cartoon. I saw a cartoon and it's got a wolf and her wolf cub, and they're the wolf, she's delving into a backpack left by somebody, and the wolf cub's gotten a water bottle out and he's punctured it and the water's run out and all that, and he's just going to walk away from it, and the mother goes, "What? You are not going to leave that there. What are you? What?" And what? Were you raised by people or something? In the woods. So. Oh my goodness, there's a cartoon here with two cats. And they're going, it used to be a lot easier to clean ourselves, and they've got masks on. Now I am here. I'm looking for a specific story that I saw last night. So, hi, Uncle Dan. Mimi Rose, are you here? And it is a CNN feed story. So. Mother-in-law came to dinner and said, "Why does the dog keep looking at me?" I said, "Because you're using his plate." I won't even talk to myself until I've had a coffee. Oh, that's a good one. You're going trip this evening. going to be gone 10 days to 2 weeks. Well, I hope that it's a trip of pleasure. I hope you have a lovely time and are able to catch up with people you love. Oh, Wendy, I'm sorry you can't enjoy the smell of coffee. Anyone got any questions while I'm finding this story? I am going to be scheduling a pet special and a Monday Mysteries, okay? Pet special for tomorrow night. Oh, I'm so glad that your trip is just for fun. Please have a wonderful time. So be doing a pet special Friday night, tomorrow night, and Monday Mysteries. I'll probably do it Monday night, which is Monday morning. I could do it Monday morning, or I could do it. It doesn't have to be on a Monday morning for the mysteries. Hi, Fern Robin Blank. 117 degrees in Vegas today. Oh, that's hot. That's about 43 or something. Centigrade. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. You're there to enjoy yourself. You know, one of the favourite things we liked about going on a cruise or going overseas is that basically we don't want the bills of like either hooking up to the internet or our phones up on a cruise or having data roaming in other countries and all that. So basically, for most all intents and purposes, we're cut off from the internet. I mean, yeah, a couple of the times when we're overseas or whatever, like if we're staying somewhere, we might take advantage of the hotel's free internet and stuff like that just to check in. But mostly we're out of touch with all the normal dramas. So we enjoy it, a real break from it. So yeah, we will occasionally, like what I'll do is arrange, like I'll send one of my sisters an email just to say, hey, how is everyone? Nothing I need to know or anything like that, or nothing we need to know. And yeah, we do that maybe once or twice while we're away, which we haven't been for quite a long time because, yeah, you need money for that. But yeah. Oh, I'm sick of trying to find this story. So has anyone heard of the CNN story that I saw on Facebook about Trump and his revenge tour, and some GOP people are just like, look, totally sick of it. Get over yourself. We don't want to know. Here we go. This might be a quicker way to do it. Type in CNN and have a look at the see all in the last couple of days. Oh, well. Okay. I've had enough. I have a question for any US person in the chat. Is C-SPAN a far-right thing? No, there's no real commentators on C-SPAN. C-SPAN is just, they just show what's happening on. They don't really have a lot of commentators or anything. It's just, they show the hearings and everything. Anything that's not a closed hearing is viewed on C-SPAN. So, yeah. Yeah, it broadcasts what's happening in both chambers of the Capitol, and that's it. That's what its job is. Yep. I could do that. Yeah, I could. I don't know. People commented. On his revenge tour, I think. Non-apology tour. Oh, my uncle follows this too. (2018) you know what? Really can't just. Yeah. Hi, Melinda Dusha. Hi, Crazy Tutcha. Hi, Crazy Cat Lady Farley. I am just He's long awaited. You know, he's not going to go to very many. Anyway, local GOP people turning against Trump. Local GOP people turning against Trump. He scheduled the first stop on his long-promised revenge tour. He's a dickhead. Against Republicans who spurned him. Will his revenge tour go ahead on June 26th? Okay. Will his revenge tour be a success? What do you want to get out of it? He's hoping it will be. But honestly, he's so stuck in the past. It's just going to bring more to light about him. It's going to cost him support, actually. It's going to bring more to light. So he's so stuck in the past with the 6 of Cups. Then we got the Hope card. So he's certainly hoping. And then we got the 3 of Cups, support. And that looked good. Then we got the Moon. Things coming to light. And we got the Knight of Cups, the false knight, that's him. And then we've got out in the cold. Overflowing emotions, new creativity, but not really. Block creativity. He's not going to come up with anything new. He's just going to be repeating the same old stuff. And people are starting to want to hear something new from him. Not hits of the past, but what would he do in the future? And that's not happening. He's going to be quite surprised because this is the repeat. People are starting to get sick. They want to hear what he'll do to make a difference in the future with their lives. And he's not hearing it. He's actually on a lot more. He's going to try and treat it like a victory tour, but it's actually going to raise some conflict, going to cause him some conflict here. He's actually skating on much thinner ice. He's going to be in a much more insecure place. It's not going to work out the way he wants it to. So yeah, it's not going to be the success he wants it to be. So his revenge tour is not going to be that big a success. In fact, I don't think it's even going to last very long. People are starting to get to the point now. There's an election coming up in 17 months. They want to know what their representatives are going to do for them. they're going to start wanting to hear that. Hi, Human Generic. It's not going to be the huge success he wants it to be. Anyone else got any questions? Gonzalez had a 26-point victory. This is the guy he's going to be campaigning against. Tampa, Florida. Has anyone got any questions? I don't know what's going on with snakes and all that and retractions and things. Is who doing what for monetary reasons? Is it Trump and the rallies? Then yes, it's to raise money. Will southern states resist the newly passed federal holiday for Juneteenth? What's that? Can you tell me a bit about that? Oh, it's just Juneteenth. Past federal holiday for Juneteenth. Oh, what's going on under Trump's comb over? Not much. What happened with the Putin-Biden meeting? Okay. There were quite a few grievances brought up on both sides. Biden actually asked quite a few questions about okay. Yes, what date is it? Can I ask you what date Juneteenth is? So quite a few questions about Trump was brought up. Okay, this, yeah, and there were quite a few what WTFs raised. The 19th, June 19th. Oh, well, okay. I'll read on that. Okay. I will read on June 19th. Will Pompeo be successful in... Oh, yeah, he's put together that pack, hasn't he? Yeah, I'll have a look at Pompeo. His pack for 2024. Yeah, so there will be changes coming out of this meeting. Anxiety. Oh, there was some bad blood happening, but momentum momentum, but there was some bad blood. We've got the 10 of swords and the 9 of swords. Anxiety, momentum, movement, but there was some movement. It was a crossroads meeting, a tipping point meeting. Judgment. Wake up and smell the roses. 7 of Cups, delusion, illusion, lies. Putin tried to cloud the issue on a few things, but Biden wasn't buying it. Biden was quite firm. This is the deal we are giving you. Think carefully. Biden was, yeah. Okay, June the 19th, the federal holiday. Is it up to the states whether they allow it, or is it they just got no choice? I don't know how it works there. June 19th has been declared a federal holiday. That's my oldest sister's birthday, June 19th. It's a good reminder to call her up. Hi, Sajingia. How are you? Fern Robin Blank, hello. Whitby is special. Whitby! Whitby! You're telling them every state has that. Yeah. So, yeah, will there be resistance? Yeah, there's going to be some resistance in some states. Might even cause a few problems with some right-wing what do they call themselves? White, whatever they are. I can't even remember. But no, it's been institutionalized. Yeah, it could cause some problems, unfortunately. But, you know, we've got some Tower, we've got the 3 of Swords with some heartbreak, some disappointment. Some people don't want it. There could be some people gathering together to plan maybe causing some trouble. I'm trying to choose that, but there's going to be some states might even try and challenge it in court. But it will happen. It might take a bit of time. White supremacists. Look, there could be a few problems and some losses associated with it by idiots who think it's just another dig at them, another way to try and undermine their power. Oops. It might take I do think it is going to settle in and all that. But it's going to take a while. But, yeah, there are going to people who resent it and want to use it to make trouble. Maybe say if we cause enough trouble over the next few years, they'll scrap it. No, it's not going to happen. Now, what else have I got written down? Pompeo. Yeah, I read a thing about that. Pompeo and his PAC. He's created super PAC. Is it going to... Pompeo. Is Pompeo going to be successful in his bid to be the Republican nominee for 2024? I can't see him. I can see him pushing. I'm trying to picture it in my head. And I can see him sort of starting to rise, but then sitting back down, starting to rise, but then sitting back down. Yeah, he could get there. He could get there as a Republican nominee. But so we've got the page, the messenger of wands, new energy. But there is some opposition, intuitiveness in the past, Congress. There is a change for him in the near future. And there's momentum under this change. And then there's the Republican Party. Insecure, Four of Pentacles, balancing things out. Oh, prosecution comes in. Yes or no, will he succeed in getting the Republican Party nomination? Justified? Justice. Prosecution and justice. I see something in his future, but I don't think it's the Republican Party nomination. I think he's going to have to... Ooh, yeah. Mistakes that have been kept hidden. I don't think he's going to get there. I think he thinks he is, and he's going to be like, but I think he's going to be shoved down and pretty. It's going to take a couple of years, but I do think he's going to end up in some legal jeopardy. Hi, Teresa Bolster. I haven't seen you for a little while. Lovely to see you back. Any more questions, guys? Did you get the feeling that the chat is getting a little bit away from everything today? So can we bring back to some more questions, I guess? Frozen banana time. I've never been able to get behind frozen bananas. Any questions? Will there be any retaliation for the woman reporter who nailed Putin today with her questions? Oh, where was this? Is she an American reporter? Will there be any retaliations for this woman? Who was this woman, Shaggy? Biden bucks trends with immediate tough stance on Russians' abuses. I told you there would be some WTF in there. An American reporter. What questions was she asking? Where was she from? CNN, MSNBC, the AP? What questions was she asking? All he dead opposition. Whoa, good on her. Let's see. Did anyone know her name? Who she was? Is she safe? Is this reporter going to be safe? Ooh, showed tremendous strength. Oh, Brian Taylor Cohen. What about Jared? Yeah. Anne H, are we going to have a power outage? Where are you, Anne? Rachel Scott. Reporter shreds Putin, leads him stammering. Or she showed a lot of strength. Stability and leadership. Yeah, the corruption. I feel like this should be turned upside down. Yeah. She certainly jumped outside the lines. He was not expecting it. Look, she's going to be okay. Will Abbott's, hi Angie's dad, will Abbott's border wall come to fruition? Yeah, I'll have a look at that too. Okay. I do think she'll be safe. If you nail someone with a question that leaves them stammering, it is it's going to cause a lot of discussion, but it's going to die down relatively quickly. She'll be okay. I don't think she's going to cop any reprisals from the network or anything. It's upped her profile, which means a lot of people will be going to the ABC to look at her. Yeah. Okay, that border wall, the Texas border wall, what's going on with that? Let's have a look here. Let's have a look. Texas border wall. It certainly won't hurt Shelby Lisa to invest in a solar system. The border war, you want power cuts. NH, where are you again? Sorry. Has Beto said if he will run against Abbott for Texas governor? I haven't heard any reports. Okay. Yeah, she certainly did it to up her profile. So she's ABC, I think. But anyway, I have read if he does run, he will win. But if he's going to win yet, Night Linda B, can you read on Beto? Yes, I can read on Beto's next steps as well. So first, we'll look at power outages during the summer. Will there be power outages during the summer? For Texas, I take it. Will there be power outages in Texas during the summer? Yes. Yep. Yeah. Oh, these are two high impact ones too. Possibly at the hottest part of summer where it's really needed. Home going to be impacting homes. Some really bad changes here. I also feel like it might be another support. Going to be a need for support. Oh, there's going to be anxiety and worry. Yeah, and a lot of unhappy people that he's spending money on that war. Yeah, I think Texas is the power grid again. It's going to fail again, and it's Abbott's wall. I've got money diverting money, not really spending it. Some of it's going there. NH, where did you move to? Sorry, running sloth at NH. Where'd you move to? Arthur C. Clarke, yeah. Deals. What's going on with that wall? He made deals. Cure money. There's going to be consequences from it. Oh, someone's going to blow the whistle. It's going to be a tipping point for a lot of Texans. Greedy merchants. I see a judge. I see betrayal and heartbreak. I see a judge. Betrayal and heartbreak. Change. He's not on the up and up with the wall at all. Yeah, the money is not all going to the wall. It's getting socked away somewhere else. What are Beto's intentions? Let's have a look. We'll bring another deck. We'll get another deck here. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you. Five of Wands, conflict, debate. he's debating at the moment. He's going through that period, debating whether or not. A lot of people think it's just the burden of carrying it. Ace of Wands. Challenge. Energy. He's new energy. His challenge for him is how to bring even more energy to it, to get reds to turn blue, basically, to get that extra percentage that he would need. Tower. The base of this is a tower. Change is needed. I think, yeah, I do think he honestly thought he was out of that sphere. But I think what happened during the winter and possibly what could happen this summer is going to have a real effect at the base of this read. 5 of Swords, the abuse power. 8 of Swords, restrictions, and 6 of Swords, movement towards. He's going to be starting making some movement towards it soon, making that decision. At the moment, he's still feeling a bit confined, hemmed in. I think he's still looking for a way. Still feeling a bit hemmed in, but soon there's going to be movement on a decision. 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords can also be about, it's 10, so it's the end of a cycle. This is the Marseille deck, so it's, I think one more, it's like betrayal. He feels like Abbott has betrayed the people of Texas, diverting, using money on the war where it should be. And he's just reaching the point where it's like, enough. This has to end, and I've got to put my hand up to lead Texas into a better day. With Queen of Pentacles, people see someone who can bring balance back to Texas. I think Beto would do more for Texas as governor than he would as in the Senate. I don't think he'd run for Senate again. Hopes and fears, 5 of Cups. Hopes he doesn't regret things. Fear, of course, that he might in the end. What's the outcome? King of Cups. Return of balance and harmony. 9 of Swords. King of Cups, 9 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles. Working to bring Texas out of a time of anxiety and worry. Four of Pentacles, King of Wands, wise leadership, fully mature and emotional leader who is also compassionate and fiery and justified. Yeah, I think he might do it. I think he might do it. But he's still not quite there yet. Now, the card are only guidelines. There's no guarantee. But I do think he might end up putting his hand up. I think he's trying to make the decision of where he'll be able to do it best, which whether it's try against the Senate or to governor. I think he's really getting, people are really pushing for him to put his hand up for governor. There was an author, I read one of his books. It was called Centennial. He also wrote Chesapeake, but this particular book was called Centennial. I can't remember if it was, I don't know if it was Arthur C. Clarke or not. It was a big, well-known writer. He will be back in office. Maya Wiley, is she a Democrat? Is she? New York mayor. Maya Wiley win the race for mayor for New York City. Three of Cups, she's got support for it. Queen of Pentacles, she's got the resources. King of Wands, she'd be a very steady, firm and compassionate leader. Four of Wands, I see some celebration. Three of Wands, ships coming in. Seven of Cups, choices, clearing up of choices, some confusion. Seven of Pentacles, consequences. Ten of Swords, Nine of Wands. She might. I do think she'll get there. I do think she'll get there, but she's got to go through a bit of a long dark night of the soul, as they say. Hi, Wild Heart. Jim and Generic, I'm pretty sure I said hello earlier. If I didn't, hello. You know what? Your elections are pretty much cheat-proof. There's still a couple of areas with the gerrymandering. James A. Michener, that's who Centennial was about, wrote Centennial. It was a great book, absolutely great book. Okay. Will the gerrymandering issues be dealt with in the different states? Gerrymandering. Will gerrymandering be addressed? Knight of Wands, investigation. Four of Swords, retirement. Queen of Swords, judgments, called forth to answer. Eight of Swords, it's restrictive voting practices. Seven of Pentacles, 9 of Wands. Yeah. Ten of Pentacles. 8 of Cups. 7 of Wands. Boundaries. Defenses, boundaries here. 8 of Cups. Walking away. Queen of Swords, Judgment. 9 of Wands. Building defenses, boundaries. This is long-term legacy. Will Beto be the foreign head of the state of Texas? No. Texas will not secede from the Union. That would be disastrous for them. The gerrymandering will be addressed. There will be consequences for it, and there will be boundaries, setting of new boundaries. Got census boundaries came in. Census blocks. I know a lot of people use the census. The census is used to help set boundaries and all that for resources, but no, yeah, that census, yeah, but the boundaries, the census districts are set. How are they going to address it? They are going to address it. There's always fudging with the boundaries. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is so wrong. Another. Wow. Those new gun laws, it's going to. you're in Texas, stay as close to home as you can. It's going to be a long, hard summer in Texas. I'm sorry. Will DeJoy pay? Let's see. DeJoy. No sarcasm, guys. No sarcasm. Okay. DeJoy. Page of Cups. He's got some emotional news. Paying. Nine of Cups. Will he pay? Yes, he will. Justice is there. Temperance. Restraint. Knight of Swords. Investigations. Chaos. Oh, he's got Justice and then Death. Justice on top of the Page of Cups. And then Death card. Irrevocable change. He's got some big impact things coming towards him. He's got a rough trouble. Ace of Swords. The truth is going to come out. Consequences for his actions with the Three of Wands. Four of Cups. An offer he doesn't want. Ace of Wands. Yeah, he's got not just trouble with what he did at the post office, but he's got troubles within his own business as well. And he had them before he was even appointed. Hi, Hope Green. And let me know if anyone wants a reading. You can email me. Okay. Texas this summer. Let's have a look. I really want to say I see a nice, peaceful, calm summer, but Ace of Pentacles, the Sun, the Wheel of Fortune. Things have been set in motion. Ten of Swords, Two of Cups, deals exposed, light shining on deals. Queen of Swords, so much legal, so many people before courts. And it was inevitable from the minute that the Texas governor signed that bill about the handguns. The Magician. There's some high impact cards here. The Emperor, stability of the Lord, temperance, restraint. I do think Texas will come through it, but here we got the Death card again, which is changes, inevitable and irreversible. Ace of Cups. Just energy, emotions. Ace of Wands. Resolution, the World. Four of Swords. There's a lot of high impact cards here, guys, and it's going to be a really long, hot, hard summer. Some things were inevitable. The Hermit, the Fool, lots of high impact cards. Three of Pentacles, people coming together in groups. Ace of Swords, truths coming out. Page of Cups, emotional news. Justice. Wow. Look at the middle line. Ace of Pentacles. Offers. Ten of Swords. Offers that betray people. The Magician. Everything is there for... not a good result. Ace of Cups. Overwhelming emotion. The Hermit. People being forced into isolation. The truth, cutting through the truth, trying to, yeah, a lot of truths are going to come out. And the second line is the Sun. Looks happy. Two of Cups, partnerships, the Emperor. Exposure about his deal that the governor made, I think. Energies, investigations. It's going to be resolution there and a new start. But it's going to be very emotional time by the time that happens. The last one, the last line, which to me is often the most significant, there's changes, the wheel changes that cannot be stopped. There's going to be a lot of cases in courts. Temperance. It's going to be a struggle to keep things tamped down. Oh, there's going to be some changes happening in Texas that are not good, that Texas may never recover from as a state. Four of Swords. That's not good with the Death card. I won't go any further. That it's not looking good. Groups, small groups. There's going to be some roaming groups, and they're going to be funded by some other people. But justice will prevail. Jesus. It's going to be like the old West out there. People wanting to take justice into their own hands. And fasten your seatbelt. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Stay safe. Stay safe. I just don't see. And then there's all the problems with the infrastructure. That is not going to help. You know what? I still get it again that Abbott might not even make the election next year. I'm not getting knocked off or anything, just that he might have to resign. The grandmas are locked and loaded. Oh dear. Any more questions, guys? You enjoy your trip, Mims. Any more questions? Coming up on the 3-hour mark, so I get sort of like 2 time zones. In the first hour and a half, I get people on the West Coast, on the East Coast, Was Putin scared of Biden? He respects Biden a lot more than he respected Trump. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, he feels like he has to step carefully with Biden. Yeah. Yes, he is. He feels that the Biden administration can bring about changes in his country that he does not want. But the changes that'll be needed and justified. So, yeah, Biden has put him in his place, definitely. Yes, Biden did put him in his place. Yes, I seem to get East Coast people for the first hour and a half and then West Coast for the second. Yeah. I think Biden has given him a choice too about what do you have on Trump. Hi, Beverly Spencer. I think Biden has told Putin, give us the proof we want, or we're going to tighten the screws even more. Has Biden warned Putin about told him they'll tighten the screws? Two of Pentacles. Oh, yes, he's definitely Two of Wands. That's part of this. Yep. We want the proof that you have. Yep. Law and order, the government. Yep. Give us that information. Yep. Definitely. We will tighten the screws on you even more. We know stuff. We have the information. We want confirmation from you, or we'll tighten the screws even more. Yep. He told him that. It's, yeah. Well, Putin should have known better with Biden. Hi, Hope Green. Wow, Bo Smith. It's coming up to 12 o'clock here. Been a long session. So I'm probably going to have to wrap it up here. Remember, if you want a reading, email me. Hi, Bo Smith. I will be back on Sunday. We'll have a read then. And yeah, I'll be back on Sunday and we'll do another session then. If something big comes up, I'll hop on if you guys want me to. And thanks very much. I'm sorry I couldn't give you better news about Texas. I just see not the best summer, but I do see improvement after that. Maybe a bit of a rough winter as well, with possibly more failures. But yeah, but I think spring things are going to turn around in Texas a bit. So, okay, everyone, please look after yourselves. Stay straight, stay strong, stay loving, and stay healthy. And NW, New South Wales, hello. Yeah, I'd love to be able to stay on longer, but I could stay on longer, but just, yeah. Would you like me to stay on a little bit longer? I can do another half hour. Bo Smith and W, Nina. Okay then. Well, I think I'll wrap it up then. Thank you very much for watching me and joining me. Everyone who watched earlier and everyone who was on and not in the chat as well, and everyone who watched later. Thank you. Yeah, had a bit of a misstart this morning with the lights. And anyway, I love you all and look after yourselves. And I'll talk to you in a couple of days. Bye-bye.